Welcome to Harbin, the Hogwarts of China. We're your travel guides. Harbin is an internationally famous city for its ice and snow culture and tourism. Every winter, the pure white snow and crystal clear ice here are enchanted by local wizards, given life, and transformed to radiate a unique brilliance. This power also proves that Harbin is the most important Hogwarts campus because the main character's last name is Ha. My last name is Ha. So, as the most important campus, we've prepared for our friends the annual Ice and Snow World Festival, the delicious, affordable, and incredibly diverse Northeastern food halls, comfortable and relaxing bathhouses with exfoliating scrub services, as well as the chance to enjoy lively and exhilarating stage performances. This guide will continue to include routes, times, distances, restaurants, and a version with text and pictures, perfect for friends visiting Harbin for the first time. If you find this useful, you can like and save it for later. This winter trip to Harbin is planned for 3 days. Day 1 is Romantic Harbin. Day 2 is Ice and Fire Harbin. And Day 3 is Harbin of Memories. We've marked the locations mentioned in the guide on a map. The 3 colors distinguish the routes for the 3 days, making it easier to visualize the itinerary and the locations of the attractions. For accommodation, we recommend the area near the Heilongjiang Provincial Museum. It's not far from Central Avenue, but it offers better value for your money. Plus, there are many shopping malls nearby, and it's along a subway line, so transportation is convenient. We'll put some helpful tips at the end. So now, let's begin our ice and snow journey. Strolling down Central Avenue, discovering the Songhua River. Day 1 is all about experiencing the romance of Harbin. The first stop is the landmark St. Sophia Cathedral, a Byzantine-style Eastern Orthodox church first built in 1907. The walls are made of exposed red brick, and it's topped with an onion-shaped dome. It's the perfect photo spot for all you princes and princesses. I also recommend spending 20 yuan to go inside the cathedral. There will be musical performances inside. After checking out the cathedral, if you want to try an authentic Russian meal, I recommend the Podman Western Restaurant. It's 936 meters from the cathedral. I recommend the fried rice in cream sauce and the pot braised beef because I have a bit of a sweet tooth. I thought the overall taste was quite good. After eating, take a walk down Central Avenue and grab a Mattier ice cream bar. If my mom knew I was eating an ice cream bar in negative 22-degree weather, she would probably let out a whole series of high-pitched screams. It's delicious and very creamy, just a bit too cold. So proceed at your own risk. Then continue walking toward the flood control monument by the Songhua River. During the winter, the surface of the Songhua River is frozen solid. Right now, the ice on the Songhua River, the on-ice amusement activities are under construction. So I guess you could say I'm part of the ice and snow construction crew now. For those of you visiting in November, you'll be able to fully enjoy all the on-ice activities. Be careful not to walk too far out onto the river, or you might not see the light of day again until next spring. After having fun until around 3:30, you can walk over to the nearby Songhua River Railway Bridge to watch the sunset. In Harbin, the sun sets as early as 4 o'clock in the winter. On a clear day, you can catch an absolutely stunning sunset over the river. But I have to warn you, it's incredibly windy up there. After watching the sunset, it's about time for dinner. When you're in the Northeast, you absolutely can't miss the iron pot stew. For dinner, I recommend Sanditon Iron Pot Stew. It's a chain. I wouldn't recommend going to the one on Central Avenue because if you go late, the line gets so long they stop letting people in. I suggest going to the one on Dowley Street, where there are fewer tourists. Besides, even if you have to wait, the other restaurants on the street are just as good. After you order, the stew needs to simmer at your table for about 40 minutes before it's ready to eat. So it's best to go a bit early. After your meal, I have another suggestion for you. Jiaolin Park. Every year from January 5th to the end of February, they have a free ice lantern garden party. The ice sculptures are crystal clear and carved with incredible detail. If you happen to be in Harbin while the party is on, you should definitely check it out. Or if you still have some energy left, you can head back to St. Sophia Cathedral. The cathedral has a different kind of beauty during the day versus at night. It's much more atmospheric in the evening. After you've taken your pictures, you can head back to the hotel for a warm bath and a good night's sleep. Spend the day exploring the ice and snow world, and at night, experience an authentic Northeastern style bathhouse. The next day will be a total contrast of fire and ice. Your second day in Harbin should start with a special local breakfast. For those of you who can get up before 9 a.m., head to the Hangjuan Street Morning Market to experience the authentic hustle and bustle of local life. The prices are reasonable and the portions are huge. Now, for people like me who can't get up that early, you can go to the Dali Food Market next to St. Sophia Cathedral instead. There's still a huge variety to choose from, but the prices are a bit higher than at the morning market. I guess that's the price we pay for sleeping in. There are so many kinds of bintang hulu in Harbin. Last time in Xi'an, it felt like anything could be stuffed in a flatbread here in Harbin. It seems like anything can be candy-coated. If it's still early after breakfast, I recommend taking a walk through the Harbin Museum. It's 476 meters from the Dali Food Market. You can get in for free just by showing your ID. The Harbin Museum is huge. I especially recommend building number 7, which has 4 floors. After leaving the museum, it'll be lunchtime. We chose a place called Dingxiang Shoujian. It's 862 meters from the museum, and it claims to be the champion of Harbin's Guobao row competition. After our meal, I'd say it tasted pretty good, and it's definitely great value for the price. However, the place is quite small, so you might have to wait in line. And the service was just average. If you have better options, you might want to choose one of those. Once you've had your fill, you can take the subway to the ice and snow world. Dingxiang Shoujian is 254 meters from the Shangjiang Street subway station on line 2. Once you get on the subway, it's just 4 stops to the ice and snow world. Tickets for the ice and snow world are more expensive this year because this is the largest scale construction they've ever had. When we bought our tickets, it was 323 yuan. The recommended time to visit is from 2 to 6 in the afternoon. If you stay for too long, it gets unbearably cold. This time slot allows you to experience the magnificence of the ice sculptures during the day and also feel their dazzling beauty after they're lit up at 4. Just seeing the gorgeous, lifelike ice sculptures makes it worth the ticket price. And if you get to enjoy a few of the amusement rides, then it's an even better deal. There are more attractions this year than before. We went on the 18th, the very day it opened. A small portion of the ice sculptures and attractions were still not finished. Friends, I suggest waiting about half a month before you come. I'm sure the experience will be much better once everything is completed. Above the ice Buddha statue is a forest of wishing trees. The headwind cuts like shears, but it cannot easily blow us to ruin. After leaving the ice and snow world, we first went to grab some skewers to fill our stomachs. And then we planned for a Northeast-style bath to warm ourselves up. For Northeast BBQ skewers, we chose Hedachuan. Actually, as long as you stay away from the Central Avenue area, you'll find that many delicious restaurants don't have lines. I have to rave about Northeast BBQ. It was so good. We feasted until our mouths were greasy and then washed it down with a glass of kvass. Even the burps were satisfying. After finishing the skewers, it was time to arrange for our Northeast bath experience. Qing Washington Thai Bathing Space and Qingquan Shui Hui are both very good. We went to Lanyue Huit, a place that locals also love to go to. So why don't I recommend Lenting Shui Huit? Let me borrow a few words from a local fellow. You can't even get into that Lanting Shui Hui today. Because yesterday, I dropped off several customers at Lanting Shui Hui. They all said it was full and they couldn't get in. Although Lanting Shui Hui is nice, it's just too crowded, which makes the experience worse. And you have to wait in a long line. At Lan Yue Hui, a package ticket for admission plus a body scrub costs 84 yuan on Dianping. One moment we were in a world of ice and snow, and the next we were soaking in a warm, toasty bath. It felt absolutely incredible. The fruit in the bathing area is also free. You can grab a fruit platter and eat while you soak, and then go for a nice, relaxing body scrub. I suggest you prepare a menu or the Diamond Sutra before your scrub. When they're scrubbing classic spot, or when you and your bestie are lying on your sides and make eye contact. Use single quotes LL realize just how useful it is to have something to distract from the awkwardness at that moment. After the bath, you change into the bathhouse battle robes. The steam rooms, relaxation areas, and book lounge are all free for you to rest and hang out in. However, you have to pay for drinking water in these areas. After a nice warm bath, you can head back for a wonderful night's sleep. This place carries the heavy traces of 100 years. It holds an unforgettable piece of our nation's history. Day 3 of our trip, remembering Harbin. The first stop on Day 3 is the Chinese Baroque Historic Block. This is the largest and most complete cluster of Chinese Baroque architecture. The lavishly decorated and intricately carved Western interiors are combined with the Chinese courtyard style elements, creating a very unique architectural style. There are many time-honored shops on the street. After you're done exploring, I recommend having lunch at the Old Street Clay Pot restaurant on this street. A very popular place, Jang's Steamed Bun Shop, is right next door. You can do what I did and order a few buns and take them into the Clay Pot restaurant to try. This is a restaurant recommended by a local friend. They just put the ingredients directly into a clay pot and cook it over a high flame. After eating, your whole body will feel so warm. It's affordable and the taste is amazing. After lunch, you have 2 routes to choose from. The first is to go to the former site of Unit 731, which is accessible via Subway Line 1. This place records the heinous, anti-human atrocities committed by the Japanese army. History must not be forgotten, and our generation must be stronger. The second route is to head to the Sun Island Snow Sculpture Expo, reachable by Subway Line 2. According to official information, tickets are 198 yuan. Not only can you see over 100 large-scale snow sculptures, but you can also enjoy traditional snow-themed amusement activities for free. Whichever route you choose, you can come to the Harbin Normal University Night Market for dinner. How does that saying go again? The most delicious and affordable night markets are always near universities. If you get the chance, you might even see some of the senior students having a magic duel. The entire night market street is full of delicious food, so just pick whatever you like. If you still have energy after you're full, you can grab a taxi to the music corridor. Every year, Harbin's biggest snowman is built here. Take a picture with the giant snowman here and capture the happiness of your last night in Harbin. And with that, our Harbin Ice and Snow journey comes to a close. We filmed this content around December 19th. And on site, we could see that many amusement attractions and decorative snow sculptures were still under construction. This year, Harbin has really spared no expense when it comes to tourism. After January, when the Sun Island Snow Sculpture Expo and the Zhoulin Park Ice Lantern Art Fair open, and the decorative snow sculptures on the Songhua River and in front of the Chinese Baroque district are completed, it will bring tourists an even more unforgettable trip to Harbin. There are many more fun places and delicious foods in Harbin worth recommending. But because we only had 3 days, we'll have to save them for our next trip to Harbin. If you have any better travel suggestions, feel free to discuss and add them in the bullet comments and the comment section. We packed the schedule pretty tight, mainly to give you all a comprehensive reference. You can adjust it according to your own situation, because Harbin is seriously cold. Staying outdoors for a long time can get very uncomfortable based on this trip to Harbin. Here are a few friendly tips. First of all, for places to eat and bathhouses, it's best to have a few backup options. You don't have to stick to just the places that are heavily promoted online. If it's too crowded or there's a long line, just quickly switch to a backup spot. Otherwise, it will negatively affect your whole travel experience. A lot of the other restaurants taste just as great. I won't go into detail on the others. You can pause the video to take a look. The text and picture version is all ready. For our new friends, please do us a favor and like, follow, and share. Give us a follow and send a private message with the keyword Harbin to get it. For our old friends who are already following, just hit those buttons and then send a private message with the keyword Harbin. Click on the collection on our homepage, and you can see more travel guides we've made for other popular cities. A great place is worth experiencing in person. I'm Mike, and I'm your little assistant. May the pitfalls we've encountered be ones that you can avoid. See you next time. Bye-bye. It got inside my clothes. Model.